Here's something nobody tells you about discipline. The most consistent people you know, the ones who wake up early, work out every day, crush their goals without making excuses, they're not motivated. In fact, most of the time, they don't feel like doing it at all, and that's exactly why they succeed. If you've been waiting to feel motivated before you take action, you've already lost because motivation is a feeling, and feelings don't show up on a schedule. So let me show you what disciplined people do instead and why understanding this one shift will change everything. Let's be honest. We've all been there. You set a goal. Maybe it's waking up at 5 a.m., going to the gym, studying every night, or finally starting that project you keep talking about. And for the first few days, you're on fire. You feel unstoppable. You're doing it. You're that person now. But then day 4 hits. You don't feel it anymore. The excitement's gone. You hit snooze. You skip the workout. You tell yourself, I'll start again Monday, and you blame yourself. You think, I just don't have enough discipline. I'm not built like that. But here's the truth. You were never supposed to feel motivated forever. Motivation is an emotion. It comes and goes, like hunger, like tiredness, like excitement. You can't rely on it. It's like waiting for the weather to be perfect before you leave the house. Some days it will be. Most days it won't. Disciplined people figured this out a long time ago. They stopped waiting for motivation and started building something better. So what did they do instead? They build the systems. They create routines. They make decisions once, so they don't have to make them again when they're tired, distracted, or unmotivated. Let me give you an example. A motivated person says, I'm going to work out whenever I feel like it. A disciplined person says, I work out at a 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. No debate. See the difference? One relies on a feeling. The other relies on a decision that's already been made. When you remove the choice, you remove the resistance. You stop negotiating with yourself every single day. You just do it. Not because you feel like it, but because it's what you do now. Think about brushing your teeth. You don't wake up and think, am I motivated to brush my teeth today? You just do it. It's automatic. It's built in. That's what discipline looks like. It's boring. It's repetitive. And it works. Here's what most people don't realize about high achievers. They don't have more willpower than you. They don't wake up feeling inspired every single day. They're not superhuman. They just stopped treating their goals like something they do when they feel like it. Kobe Bryant didn't wait to feel motivated to practice at 4 a.m. He just showed up every single day, whether he felt like it or not. David Goggins doesn't run ultra marathons because he loves every second of it. He does it because he committed to a standard and he doesn't break it. These people aren't powered by emotion. They're powered by identity. They don't say, I'm trying to be disciplined. They say, I'm a disciplined person. This is who I am. And once you make that shift, once you stop relying on how you feel and to start relying on who you are, everything changes. You stop waiting for permission from your emotions. You stop needing the perfect moment. You just move. So how do you actually do this? How do you stop depending on motivation and start building real discipline? Here's what works. Step 1, make the decision once. Pick one thing, just one. Maybe it's waking up at 6 a.m. Maybe it's studying for 30 minutes every night. Maybe it's going to the gym 3 times a week. Decide it. Write it down. Commit to it like it's non-negotiable. Step 2, remove the friction. Make it easier to do the thing than to avoid it. Lay out your gym clothes the night before. Put your study materials on your desk before you go to bed. Set an alarm across the room so you have to get up. The easier you make it, the less you rely on willpower. Step 3. Do it even when it sucks, especially when it sucks, because that's the moment that matters. That's the rep that builds discipline, not the days you feel great, the days you don't. When you do it anyway, when you're tired, unmotivated, distracted, that's when you prove to yourself that you're not controlled by your feelings anymore. You're controlled by your standards. Step 4. Track it. You don't need a fancy app. Just mark an X on a calendar every day you follow through. Because seeing that chain of X's, that becomes its own motivation. You won't want to break it. And over time, the system becomes who you are. Here's the beautiful part. Once you stop needing motivation, you become unstoppable because everyone else is still waiting to feel inspired, waiting for the perfect time, waiting for Monday, waiting for motivation to show up. But you're already moving. You're not better than them. You're not more talented. You just stopped negotiating with yourself. You built a system. You committed to a standard, and you showed up, even when you didn't feel like it. And that's the difference between someone who talks about change and someone who actually becomes it. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one thing, just one. Don't try to overhaul your entire life tonight. Don't make a list of 10 goals you're going to crush starting tomorrow. Just pick one small habit, one decision, one thing you're going to do every single day, no matter how you feel. And do it, not because you're motivated, but because you decided. Do it tomorrow. Do it the day after. Do it when it's hard, because that's how discipline is built. One boring, unglamorous, unexciting day at a time, and 6 months from now, you're not going to recognize yourself. Let's build within. One decision at a time. If this resonated with you, please subscribe and like. It truly helps the channel grow.